Morning, morning, morning. As you guys can see, we got a little pump in the morning. There is one more thing I wanted to show you real quick. Where's it at? Here it is. So today we had some good news for the markets come out, but overall this isn't the big news. So just be careful, don't chase anything too crazy yet. We are still within range on the bigger time frames, but next Thursday, this is the day to look out for. Next Thursday, it'll be a bigger day full of a lot more news. So just keep that in mind. Next Thursday is the day. Don't chase. It's kind of what I'm going to start off the stream with saying. Do not chase. We don't know what's going where. This could instantly come back down to where we are, just like we did last time. There's a couple days just like today that happened that I can refer back to. This was one of those days, and I think this was the other one. I can't remember quite if that was, but this was definitely the other one, and we ended up chopping, holding, and the next day more news came out. We bounced up higher. So be very careful with what kind of news we're dealing with going into next week. But right now we're battling with the 2 day ago close, 2 day ago open. That's kind of what we're like fighting in between right now. So this is going to be your first kind of key area to watch out for, is about 383, 384 area. Above, you do still have that 386.20s area. And then if you end up rejecting this area, why would you think there's no stream today? But we'll be rejecting this area and moving back down. If we end up pushing over this area, we're going to most likely go up and tap this area at least. I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, we're going to 100% fill the gap. We definitely could, but I just want to put in everyone's mind. We could just end up touching it again and rejecting. We've done that like twice now. So just kind of keep on mind for these couple bigger time frame levels. I'm going to type some of them out right now. I think it was like 388. 388, 389. 388 slash 389. Alright. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to each and every one of you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Morning, swung batter, swung. Good morning, good morning. Otis, Mel, Jonathan, JN, good morning. And yeah, Alif, why would you think there's no stream today? Nobody ever said there was no stream. This is a sit on my hands day to close out of a misplaced swing. Any good recommendations for long-term industrial sector dividend position? Morning, B. Thanks for the guidance and word of caution to open. No problem, Colin. Glad to be here. Thank you for tuning in. No. I posted on the bot. I said I'll be starting the stream at 8 o'clock today, just because of the news that came out. So there's no need for me to sit here and just be like, oh, look, we're pumping, we're pumping, we're pumping. Like, I just didn't see the point. So I just started 15 minutes later. Normally, though, we start at like 7:45 or 7:50 Central Standard Time. So we most of the time start 45 minutes to 40 minutes before market open. Today we're doing 30 minutes before open, just because of the news coming out today that was expected, which we could be doing the same amount size move to the downside right now, but we're not. Some good numbers came out, so we'll be seeing if next week, if this holds up going into next week. That's more or less what I'm concerned with. I'm not really concerned with what's possible with trading today. I'm more or less just kind of focused on what's possible going into next week. So that's kind of what I'm more concerned with. And yeah, you are right, Tesla did fall more, even with that the pump in the market. Because everyone's going to sit here today and be like, oh my god, Apple's flying. Oh my god, Nvidia's flying. Oh my god, AMD's flying. Like, yeah, the whole market's flying right now. It's not just the one ticker you're looking at. So make sure you guys understand that. But that's my whole kind of breakdown on SPY for today. It's not really anything crazy. It really is just kind of watch the 2 day ago open, 2 day ago close. These two levels here, the start to the gap fill. And if any rejection comes through, I'm not going to be surprised if we come back down to 380 or 378, which are the two big areas from the bigger time frame. Again, if you back this out, the 378, 380, 50 area is kind of what we've been consolidating around. So if we were to fall, I mean, it would just be into support. It still wouldn't be anything crazy. So we're still within range even with this pump. And with the rejection, we could literally still be within this range. So we'll see what happens today. That's just kind of my thinking today. Let's go through a couple of these charts and see if there's anything that's worth adding to a list. If not, then we're not going to press it. We're just going to watch a couple things. We'll leave up the SPY TA. We'll watch the sectors. We'll just go through each chart as much as we can. But it looks like there's still a lot of really good setups here. So you can see even though AMD got a good pump over their previous day close, they're still under the previous or the bigger time frame 6370, which is actually what we played under yesterday and under their yesterday's open. So they still have a lot of levels above that we can look over. Tesla's one of the different stories just because they've been falling even with everything moving higher. You can see they actually fell under the 1, 2, 3 day ago low. So that'll be one good thing to watch over. 2 day ago lows here. Yesterday's lows about here. There's a couple things we can look at on Tesla. Yeah, Austin, and you'll see that across a couple of them. Good eyes too, man, looking at Apple and noticing that. Because there's a lot of tickers doing this where they're going up, but they're not really breaking anything. You know, you just saw it on AMD. We're seeing it here on Apple like you just pictured out or pointed out. You see we're still under the previous day open. We really only got above previous day closes on a lot of these charts. I think Nvidia's... Nope, Nvidia's still not even past their previous day highs. So that's going to be a good level to watch past. Amazon, you can see they're still down in the trenches. Netflix trying to hold a new high. We'll see if they get over that, but they rejected a good level. So there's still a lot of really good levels to play, even with these pumps. Microsoft literally returning from the dead, but still under the level it died from. Square still in range. BA a little bit higher, but really not that much higher. So there's still a lot of really good charts we can look at today. Let's go back through those and see which ones we want to add. So AMD, this will definitely be looking good above 6370, 6415. We could definitely type that out. A reversal back through 6230s and 6170s will bring a sell-off, so we'll have to watch that. Tesla, probably leave this one alone today. But there's a very good chance they go smack 100 on the dot, which isn't much farther, so it's not like there's a lot of risk reward there. Apple, a couple levels that you have to look above. It's not just the bigger time frame level. It's not just the yesterday's open. It's not just the previous day high. It's all of them. They need to get over all of those levels. Nvidia, they need to get over 145.60s or a push through pre-market low, it looks like. 141.30s. Amazon, they're going to have to get past this kind of consolidation area that we have here, which actually they're rejecting to the cent right now. If you put your cursor over it, see they're rejecting it to the cent. Just looking through these one more time, and then we'll start adding one to the list. All right, we'll go back. AMD is definitely one we can add. Apple is one we can add. Or no, maybe not Apple, but Nvidia or Amazon. I don't really want to add Apple. Like I said, today's really not a day to chase. Yep, learned that from the streams. Oh, good stuff, Austin. Very glad to hear you. And I love the information you dropped in there, too. You bet Devin's taking advantage of that pump? Yeah, probably. Probably seeing a screenshot here before long. Good morning, Steven. Good morning, Kid83. I'm late. Work got me busy already. Ah. And you're not late. We started the stream late. We started it 10 minutes ago. So you're really not that late. Good morning, Sinful. Always glad to see you. Devin always has a pump, literally. Good morning, Barack. Happy Friday, Justin. What's up, Daffy? But yeah, that's my thinking on SPY. Right now, what I'm doing is just trying to find a couple charts on the smaller time frames that I think look good for potential day trades. I don't really like, there's not really a good break below here on Netflix. I don't really like any of this. I'd want to say 308. But even then, that's not a good level because 307's right there at yesterday's open. 305.85. We'll just leave it there to have it for reference. Meta, that was the one I was thinking of, I think. Because Meta was like one of the few that actually kind of like made a range. We'll just say 130. Under there's a couple small time levels we're looking at here. Nothing crazy though. Microsoft rejecting a very big time frame level. I think this is my bigger time. Nope, it's not. This is where they fell from though a couple days ago. Well, they fell from up here at 232, but this is where they kind of held support, and this is where we broke under and held as resistance yesterday. So this is a very strong level here at 226. Boeing's kind of tired on the daily. We'll see what happens with that one. Ooh, looks like China's down today. Let's see. Yeah, China's down today. So BABA might actually be a good one to watch. Surprisingly. So 100.70 and 106. Oh 610 under 100.70. So there's a couple here. I'm going to post this for everybody. Again, the guys, this isn't really that in depth of a list today that everyone's used to, just because of the news we're having coming out today, and it's just not really that favorable. But I at least want to get some sort of list out so everybody's understanding of what we're looking at. That's at least a good short-term list we can look at today. Oh, and I actually could fit my watch list here, bet. Love to see it. Alright, we'll do, I need to fix this list to make it to where only the XLs are in it, and then I can go by percent change. If I do percent change, it'll mess it all up, because there's a bunch of other tickers in there that are not XLs. You can see we are still battling that 2 day ago close, 2 day ago open area. We're actually rejecting it right now. So it looks like we're going to be looking over that area for potential breakouts to the upside towards the gap fill, or a continued rejection of this. We can look towards back to the pre-market high, the old pre-market high, which is kind of like right here. That's extended hours high, my bad. Previous day close, previous day open, previous day low. So we got a good range to look at. We're rejecting 2 day ago levels. We'll see if they can get over that or not, because if they can, then we will see another pump back up to about 385, 386. If we see a rejection, then we have to assume we're at least going to test previous day high, maybe even this bigger time frame level at 380.50. So we'll see what happens here right at the open. That's kind of my thinking, though. Let's obtain this grain. I love that saying. And good morning to each and every one of you. Sorry if I missed your message. And exactly, I love what Jazz just said. Don't chase, ladies and gents. I'm actually going to pin that message. Pin message. Microsoft just under 2 got low and in yesterday's range. Good eye, DX Mac. But guys, give me a sort of an emoji or an okay or let's go. Something to give me some confirmation that you understand what I'm looking at here today on SPY. At least SPY. If you understand the other ones as well, awesome. But mainly SPY. Let me know that y'all know what we're looking for. You guys are quick. Whoa, what is that one? The one that deep sent. That one's kind of scary looking. Alright, well, I'm glad a majority of you understand what we're looking for. What's up, Tobias? Yo, just tuned in. Let me guess. Alright, I won't say anything. I'll let you guess. Happy Friday, breaking levels. Don't short the hole, don't buy the rip. Oh, yeah, we're pretty much along those lines. Pretty good guess by you, Tobias. I can see you're edumacated. You don't understand where I got my levels on AMD? Well, the other ones are bigger time frame levels from the TA routine. This one is yesterday's open. This is yesterday's close. So that's where I'm getting my levels. These two are a combination of what I'm looking for a potential move to the upside. These two are a combination for a potential move to the downside. Anything else is inside of the range of what we've already been inside of. Let me know if that helps out, Appy. But the other levels that you see extend to the far left, these are from the bigger time frame, the TA routine. This is how we get a lot of our levels. And honestly, I should be promoting this more because a lot of people that join our audience end up being newer or haven't heard of us yet, which is totally fine. I'm totally cool with that. But if you're going to be in our community or you're going to be in these streams, you need to go to my videos. And if you click popular, you'll see it's the second video. If you go to recently uploaded, it's the fourth. But you need to check out this video. This video right here will explain everything to you, how we get our levels, how we trade our levels, the 3 types of entry we look for within these levels when we're navigating them, as well as the staircase method, how you can grow your account from smaller to bigger, from bigger to even bigger. It doesn't matter what size account you have right now. This method is good for all. So make sure you check out this video. It has all of that, all within 44 minutes. So I would check that video out. If you're new or you just don't understand what's going on here, it's totally fine again. But yeah, be very careful. Like I said, this isn't the only news coming out today. As well as we haven't really left the doghouse. We're still kind of inside of range. So it's not like, you know, anything crazy's happened yet. You're still sick, Tobias? Oh, man, I'm so sorry to hear that. I really hope you get better, man. Let us know when that new article comes out, though. I'm super excited to read that. And even if you have a lot of experience, the vids are good. 100%. That's what I try to tell people. Like, it really doesn't matter if you've been around here for weeks. It doesn't matter if you've been around here for months, years. A lot of these videos that are here are helpful. It's out already? All right, well, I'll be checking that out today in stream. Here, let me pull it up so I can remember. Oh, nice. All right, I have it on my tab here, so I'll remember to read it, Tobias. I just retweeted it, though, so go check out my new retweet if anybody's looking to read what Tobias put out today. Morning, Bueller. Love seeing the growth since you went public. Appreciate that, Oscar. I really do. You also enjoyed it last time, Isaiah. Yeah, that was a really good article he had. Just from the bigger time frame, Natalie. It wasn't from the smaller time frame. I was just saying it looks tired. One, the smaller time frames show it too. But after that pump, we've really only consolidated a little bit and started just staircasing higher. So if anything, it's just getting a little bit of a push. So I just see that as potential weakness. And also yesterday, yesterday, we had lowering volume, which can indicate a potential slowdown. So you might see a little bit of a pump. What you have above is 208, 210, and 212. So these are three areas you can definitely look towards if any breakouts happen today. Which I think their breakout levels, yeah, 208.50. So anything above pre-market high, look at 208.50, look at 212. Honestly, we could even add BA to the list if you want. I'll add it right here. Why do I feel like I'm hearing a news feed? What's going on? Previous day close, previous day open, previous day low, pre-market low. Okay, I don't get my sector watch list today. So I'll just space this out then so you can see it better. That's the music. Yeah, I know. I knew it was the music. It's just like, it was like, wow, what am I listening to? It sounds like I don't listen to the songs when they come on. Some of these still sound new to me when we listen to them. I'm short BA, so that is the fuel I need to push higher. Poots has become my new puts. Yeah, we don't short around here. We buy poots. Thoughts on Tesla getting under 100? I mean, they already kind of sold off this morning. What you need for Tesla to keep selling off would be a market slowdown, which is kind of happening. And what I mean by that is you don't want to see the market continue to pump. And if it does, then that's not really going to help. Which I guess that really doesn't help or hurt Tesla because they haven't really been following anything. But they need to break pre-market low to see 100, which they almost got there. I mean, it's really only $1.20 away. So you might see a little bit of a sell-off. If you do, don't just watch 100, watch 97, 98 area because that's another bigger key area from the bigger time frames. JBake also just posted his triple Q analysis. Let's check that out. Triple Q, big move up to 265 this morning after payroll and unemployment numbers come in lower than expected. We are starting to pull back with bulls to defend 262 area. This area is the fib golden pocket if from the pre-market move. Above 265s, you can target 266, 267, 267.50, and 268. Some very passive targets from this already massive move. Bounce of 262, 262.50s, fib golden pocket area, you can target the rest. Below 262s, you can target 261.25, 260.75, 260, 259.75. Again, passive targets on all sides because of the move we've already gotten today. But he's been killing it with this triple Q analysis. D-Touch has been killing it with the dollar analysis. A lot of really good TA. I am happy to see this slight pullback because I didn't want to just see things continuously pump because that would make things even harder. This is actually going to give people a chance to catch a trade because now you're basically battling pre-market high and previous day open. That's kind of like where they're stuck in right now for the initial pre-market move. Not touching Tesla till 90. Yeah, Matt, go back to the beginning of the stream. You can go back and hear it. We covered it twice, actually. And I'll be able to go over it more, but I'm not going to repeat it again. Make sure to go back. And I'll repeat it again at open, but I don't want to annoy people. Aloha, SF. How you doing, man? Appreciate the aloha. Damn, the song's a vibe. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call Devin. We're gonna get him in here.
Yo, yo.
How's it going, man? You hear me?
Had to mute that stream real quick. Couldn't hear myself twice.
What's going on, man?
Not too much. Nice little pump after SPY. Little numbers this morning on the SPY. Nice little pump.
Yeah,
At first, crazy, dude. It printed like instantly. Like that to run up to the first 384. That was like a 3-second candle that was formed. It was insane. And you got Tesla's definitely a lagger if the market keeps pushing up, like you were already mentioning.
Yeah, the Tesla's very depressing, I'll tell you. Yesterday's range is such a joke. It's crazy. I draw 2 levels and it's a $3.13 range.
When it gets over 130, I like it to 132. So it don't look like a bad chart.
Which one?
Meta.
Oh yeah, Meta was one of the few ones I actually liked a lot. Just because it kind of like found a range that we already know of. It actually looks really good above basically 130. And it can give a good reversal under 128.
It's had that overall relative strength, and it's not overly up this morning compared to the market or anything. It's holding up at a decent level. Keeping an eye on it.
It's actually kind of in sync with SPY. SPY is trying to hold above previous day high. That's kind of what Meta is trying to do. Well, there's a lot of other stocks that aren't even close to doing that. Like Apple. Apple's not even close. Microsoft. Dude, Microsoft's already back down to the basically low of their pre-market. AMD's not close. Nvidia's close. The level that they are going to try and break out today is the previous day high. That's probably my favorite one, actually, is Nvidia. Such clean levels outside of 146. Remember, guys, do not chase. Yeah, you can have it here. Here you go, Jackie. Sending right now. There you go, pal. I'll also post all my chart links on Sunday, since we don't have any kind of... Or wait, do we have a short... No, we don't have a short week next week. Next week should be normal, and then the week after is the week that's short again. So we have one normal week, and then a week after that we have a short week again. But this upcoming Sunday, I'll post all those links again, Jackie, in my Bueller TA channel and Bueller Buys Discord. So I'll be sure to post all my links there as well. I'll have the bigger and the smaller.
All right, pulling back on open like you would expect. Looks like Amazon, Microsoft leading the way down. Apple as well.
We also have more news in like 30 minutes, so... Not really smart to trade inside of this range with 30 minutes. If you guys take anything, it should be a scalp today. I would not be looking to... It really has been a scalper's market lately. It's not been a, let me get into this trade, let me try to hold it for, you know, a few hours kind of thing. It really has been a scalper's market. No problem, Jackie. Feels like a bit short rip kind of vibe, but I'm not trading while sick. Yeah, definitely don't beat yourself up, Tobias. Hope you feel better, man. And good morning to each and every one of you guys. Everybody drop a like on the stream. We have 75 likes, but over 240 people in the stream. Be sure to drop a like on the stream if you are glad to be here. Glad to have each and every one of you. And yeah, Tobias, I cannot wait to read your new article. Jim Cramer said he likes these 5 NASDAQ stocks for 2023. Pepsi, T-Mobile, REGN, AEP, and Dollar Tree. Rest in peace to those companies, everybody.
Hey, he just needs to leave Dollar Tree alone.
Yeah, leave Dollar Tree alone. We don't really care about the other ones, but leave Dollar Tree alone. They've been doing great until you showed up, Jim.
I got that one.
Not Pepsi. Yeah, for real. Pepsi's wild because it's not just the drink Pepsi. Pepsi makes so many different drinks. It's crazy. There's drinks you would see and you'd be like, no way this is from Pepsi.
Yeah, it really is insane. Their warehouses are huge. A little bit of buyers showing up. Apple coming up to pre-market high.
Pepsi owns Quaker and Lay's. See, that's something a lot of people don't know. Like, Pepsi owns so many different, you know, companies as well as different labels. It's wild.
B pushing higher on the day, going towards 316. XOM pushing higher over its pre-market high, going towards 111. Spot coming up to retest the bodies of those candles at 383.75. Then you get the wick at 384 pre-market high. But like Josh said, first 10 minutes we wait. 30 minutes today we got more news, so we're just kind of watching the price action play out.
BA is on fire.
Berkby pop 316. Apple got that pre-market high.
Amazon having a weak open. Apple and SPY are the two movers I see. There's a bunch of them not moving. Some of them are even going lower.
Yeah, XOM and Berkey are definitely helping out SPY.
Yeah, financials and energy are helping out. I was gonna say tech really isn't moving a whole lot. And will we see Tesla 100 flat today? That is a question on a lot of people's minds.
Looking off that pre-market high. XOM's 10 cents off 111.
Yeah, Netflix just went green to red. Good call out. Who said that? Jazz, good call out. AMD also reversing back down. Like I said, I didn't see a whole lot of things moving up higher. It was really just Apple, SPY, and then we saw energy and financials with what Devin was calling out. And we saw, of course, Boeing. Boeing's on methamphetamines.
XOM's pumping right now at 111.11.
I'm glad to see that pumping, in all honesty, because we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Talked about it again. It's just nice to see some of the TA holding up very well, because XOM itself should be bullish. There's a lot of more fundamental bullish news around the energy sector. I do want to check up on McDonald's and DE, which I don't expect McDonald's to move a lot more. Yeah, DE getting an inside candle like I thought it would. All right, cool. So I can still check those later and not be totally screwed. So the thing to look out for now is to see, and I'll go to it right here, to see which sectors that are moving higher, can they continue moving higher, and if the ones that are just kind of sitting sideways, where are those going to go? So it's kind of the big thing to look out for. Discretionary is weak though. Healthcare's pulling back. Tech's pulling back. Financials are trying to hold up. You can see in pre-market in the first 5 minutes, they did really well. They're also pulling back. Energy on fire. So energy is a really big sector helping out the market today. Saw a couple bigger weights moving up higher, like Devin was calling out XOM. It's a big weight. You can see a lot of things have slowed down or are pulling back from open. These are all the
Amazon's
sectors.
ugly.
Yeah, that one was super weak even before the open. That was wild. This is why I say don't chase.
Got a minute 20 on this first 10-minute candle, coming back to the yesterday high.
We just broke today's open, and now we're testing the previous day high. See if we crack that. Breaking it as I'm trying to type, just saying testing. Now people look at that and be like, well, hold up, it's already dropping. Just scalp SPY puts for a $228 gain off of a $700 trade for an 11% account gain with Duke's Netflix and net options still in play. Good stuff, cheap. Got 85% on puts. Good stuff, a leaf. What's up, Cameron? 40% spying out. Good job, Mel. Looks like a few of you weren't scared to get into stuff.
Trying to break that midpoint. New 10-minute candle opening right at that midpoint. One SPY, 381.25 area.
All right, first 10 minutes is over, and we broke previous day high and previous day open. So another key level, 381.70s is in play. Watch Apple to see if it continues rejecting today's open. Keep eyes on Tesla 101.20. If that cracks, there's a very good chance you see 100 tested very quick. You have 97.98 under that. It's kind of a key area. And Amazon just kept continuing lower. Netflix trying to take out all of its pre-market. See if it gets down to their previous day open or not. Meta pulling back as well. I'm not really surprised to see Microsoft weak. They were already weak to begin with. And yeah, Sinful, you would know better than any of us. Quaker, Gatorade, Lay's, Tostitos, Doritos, etc. That's a lot of brands to have under one major company like that. It's crazy because you think about it and you're like, oh, they don't own all that. And then you go look it up and you're like, oh my gosh, they own so much. There's so many, like, I call them conglomerate companies because they're companies who have other big brands that you wouldn't think are related. And then you go look and you're like, oh wow, they do own them. You know? No, you're okay, Sinful. Another one that's pretty big is the company that owns Clorox. I can't remember the name. I want to say Altria, but I don't think it's Altria. But there's a company that owns like so many different cleaning products, and then there's another company that owns like smoking and cleaning products. It's crazy. Some of those like you'd be like, oh wow, no, that's a whole company by itself. Yeah, but it's owned by a major company. Some of those companies are wild. Just kind of looking at like the trees of them and seeing the different companies connected. It really makes you think and sit back and go, damn, you know, there really aren't that many companies that own all these different products. It's really like 4, 5, 6 companies.
Well, I'm moving lower into that midpoint.
This is literally what happened the very last time this data was released. We saw a pump, we saw a drop, we saw another pump, we saw another drop, and then the day ended up being flat. This is literally what happened last time so far.
Out of the last handful of times, it's been like almost like this. One way or the other. Pump it one way, then dump it back the other way.
Procter & Gamble, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you,
Oh,
Sinful
yeah.
and Sandollar. Yeah, Procter & Gamble owns so freaking much, it's not even funny.
Yeah, they're out of Cincinnati, Ohio area. You know, a lot of their products are made inside of a prison.
Is that true? Don't say that if it's not true.
No, it really is. It's the best paying job when you're locked up.
That's pretty
Besides,
badass.
I think the butcher plant might pay more.
So how do those people get paid then? Because they're in jail.
It goes right into their inmate account. It's like $4 an hour or something.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
like,
it's not.
Man, that's a nice way to save some revenue. Because I was like, man, it's like Monopoly. You're not allowed to like have, you know, like a normal influx of money. Geez, that wick that just popped through. Dear Lord. That instantly hit 379. Remember what I said? A rejection can bring a retest of 380.50, 378. We're under 380, or we just hit under 380, and we're right above the 378. We're right in that range where I said we'd possibly go if we rejected. Yeah, Sherman, that was kind of my thinking. That's wild. I mean, that's pretty kick-ass, though. Even if it's not, like, a big amount of money, that's still kick-ass that you could go to jail and still have, like, a decent job. I mean, we can't completely give up. Not all of those people are complete murderers or anything. I mean, there are people that are in there for different crimes.
No, paying child support. Something simple as that.
So that's pretty cool. Can't hate. Get dirty playing with charcoal and clean up with Clorox. They have both sides of the equation, Matt. That's funny. Aren't you guys glad I told you not to chase? Right now you'd be chasing. I also want to say don't chase puts. We're still above really, really good levels here. Previous day close is literally that 379.40. Previous day low is 378.75. And you have 378.40s where the pre-market low is. So there's a lot of supports here still. Like I said, I would not be surprised to see a lot of pumps and dumps just for us to end up in this range. No coinkydink. Good morning, though. We still have a lot of people in here. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. And also check out some of our most recent videos. We have a lot of really cool videos with a lot of different breakdowns, trade reviews, how we chart, zones, you know, all the different live trade videos we have up. So be sure to check out some of those. Mel. Yeah, J&J, that's another big company that owns a lot of different brands. It's just cool to think about that kind of stuff. 50% on Google puts and 100% on AMD puts using daily charts for biases and looking for potential strong movers is the way. Good job, Noxta. Be sure to sit on your hands. You've already had an exceptional day, man. Beautiful, beautiful job. And why is my phone not charging? There we go.
Nice little short through the midpoint there on the SPY pullback.
Good job, Tobias. Your mental trade killed it. Still mental trading even while he's sick. None of you have excuses. XLV's dumping. Good call out, Jack. A very strong sector. Apple heading towards yesterday's low. Good call out, Money. Good morning, Money Lisa. Always glad to see you in here. And that's totally fine, Coach, because at least we know on the other side of that, too, there's always more opportunity. It's not like once we see something move, that's it. You know, there's always going to be more. Volkswagen, yeah, that's another good idea, Alif. That's another huge company that owns a lot of different brands, a lot of different names. Selling SPY Poots here at 72%. Good morning, BB. It was difficult to follow my rule of not trading the first 15 minutes. Does that mean you did, or does that mean you didn't? I'd be looking for bounces as long as the previous day low and previous day close hold. It's, again, kind of a combination of this area here. Kind of the up here.
I do like how fast we got this retest, and you have Tesla, XOM still looking not too bad. Berkby still holding up, so we could definitely get a nice bounce here. Apple's testing off a nice level of the yesterday low. If we get Microsoft back above yesterday low, and Amazon coming up a little bit, definitely not looking terrible.
Okay, good job, Hector. Yeah, your sentence kind of threw me off because I didn't know if that means you did or didn't. But I see what you're saying, though. You're just saying it was difficult in general. Well, good job, Hector. More power to you. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we hold this area here that I have highlighted. I wouldn't be surprised if we retest at least 381.70. That's the previous day high. Previous day open, previous day high area. So if we get a bounce from here, this is most likely where price is going to go at least test. Yeah, Jack, it's wild once you start digging into it. My bad, Devin.
No, I was going to answer Daffy. Yeah, I love the 3-minute Daffy. It's very powerful. It's like coming up a little bit.
They're probably just so tired.
Oh yeah, they have to be tired of getting hammered. It's becoming almost a value stock now, so like it's more attractive.
Yeah, I mean, people see Tesla at 100 and they're like, "Dude, I could buy some shares."
They still sell cars at the end of the day. Like. Oh yeah, we got the data in 11 minutes. That's gonna definitely affect. Yeah, I like being able to see the short-term volume turn into the bigger time frame increasing volume, and you can see some retests that you can't see happen on the bigger candles. When it retests real quick, the faster the retest, the better.
Jeez, Cold Creation, that percentage is wild. Beautiful job, man. I'm beyond happy for you.
Nice. if you and on days like this, man, you get these early morning bangers. Don't feel pressured to take another trade. Take the day off. Go celebrate. Study up the weekend. Got a full week next week. Take that momentum into next week. I wouldn't want to give a single dollar back to the market. We got a new candle holding right about the 380.
She's still weak. Big thing to watch right now too is sectors. If you see XLK crack previous day low and pre-market low, or sorry, that's extended. Oh no, that is pre-market low. If you see that area break, tech is going to sell off more. Keep an eye on the healthcare chart. If they break above 134s, they can recover more. Discretionary is doing literally what I just said on healthcare. They're trying to get back above a needed level to recover short term. Comms need to try and retake previous day close area. Financials have previous day open high.
I don't trade it often, but I've been watching a little bit more. But UNH has got a super tight range today.
Oh, dude, I love looking at. Even though I haven't traded a whole lot, I love the bigger time frames on UNH. It has such clean
It,
signals. I didn't take it, but there was a very clean lower high bearish engulfing here. We had a lower high dark cloud cover. There's so many good plays that came from that chart.
super tight range.
Let's see if we get that bounce into 380 170s.
I'm starting to get a little bit. Tesla pushing it a little bit higher. XOM still holding up. Apple coming back up towards opening price.
Biden says jobs report is great news for U.S. economy. Of course they are. BA tested pre-market low and bounced back up. Good call out. I see a lot of really good updates by a lot of you in chat right now. Great work. Keep it up. Yeah, exactly, D-Touch. That was kind of my thinking. It's great for the economy, but not for inflation. So in turn, it kind of nulls it out. Good idea, Matt. An idea I wish a lot more people would take serious is after they take some trades, get into mental trading. Therefore, you can still trade, still catch a lot of really good practice, but you're not putting yourself at risk. Which, again, you should be taking more mental trades than real trades to begin with. All of you, not just Matt. All you have to do is listen. We held previous day close, and now there's money being made. Preach, Sherman. Yeah, Alexis, I was tweeting that yesterday too. He listed 10 or 20 stocks that he was bullish on for the year, and I was like, well, rest in peace the stock market. Just as an inverse Kramer joke. He's not 100% wrong. There have actually been a couple he's been right on. I can't remember the other two I was thinking of the other day, but he was actually super correct on two different tickers the other day. And Jack,
Tesla getting over 106. See if we can get to 107. That'll be a nice move, helping SPY. Apple's still pushing higher as well. Berkby getting back over yesterday high.
how's Exxon doing?
It's just holding a little flag here above pre-market high. yesterday high.
Microsoft's still super weak.
Yep, doing that retest just like Josh just mentioned, what, 6, 7, 8 minutes ago, whatever it was.
No, man, I don't call nothing out. I'm worthless. WWE is currently halted due to news pending. Oh boy.
They had some like sale news or something, like they're gonna get sold, or that they're going for sale or something like that.
Are trading higher after Vince McMahon announced that he has taken actions in support of a plan for WWE to undertake a review of strategic alternatives and capture a unique opportunity to maximize long-term value. Sounds like a really bunch of fancy words for I hope somebody buys more of us. We're really close to that 381.70s like I thought if we do get a bounce from here. We have lowering volume though, so if anything I'd be more bearish than bullish as long as we stay under this level right here that my marker is currently on. Good job, Mel.
I still wicked off perfectly off that yesterday low.
WWE NFTs.
Good job, Mel, and your Tesla Scout.
They've got competition now. Oh, okay, sure. I didn't know that. What's up, Shaw Rose? How you doing, man?
Apple rejecting that pre-market high. Google rejecting pre-market low and yesterday low.
Yeah, Freddie, that's what I said this morning, too, if you were in the pre-market prep. I even brought it up on the Market Watch news to show everybody when it is. But Thursday is the next report. A lot of bigger news is coming out next Thursday. So that's why I was telling everybody this isn't even really that important. I mean, this might be short-term important, but we're still in range on the bigger time frames. We're in range on the smaller time frames, too, if you want to add that into there. And yeah, the bigger news, all be all, is going to be next Thursday, not today. And I was making that very clear in pre-market prep because I just wanted people to know, hey, this isn't it. This isn't where everything starts to die or fly. This is where things just kind of get more volatile. Okay, good job, Freddie. That's what I always tell people too. Like, I don't want people. I mean, if you want to be my guest, it's definitely helpful. I'm not going to say it isn't. But going back into the streams, it's very hard to rewatch a 3-4 hour, sometimes 5 hour, 7 hour stream. So I understand that. But the pre-market prep, I would definitely review each and every one of those from each of those streams because that is probably where a lot of the meat of the information is coming from. When I cover things, at least, I would say the best part of the stream is pre-market.
Great job. It looks like 3 or 4 of you took advantage of that buy the dip opportunity on the retest. Great job.
Oh yeah, we love meat here. Dude, what is Netflix doing?
UNH is starting to break towards the downside. It's breaking yesterday low right now. Should have type it twice. Must be real bad.
Jazz.
Yeah.
Getting some big buyers here on SPY now.
Oh yeah, popping.
Wick is very bad.
Popping wick. Yeah, that was our new 30-minute candle, giving us a little poppy pop. Apple pop pre-market high again, wicking back underneath. There's something. And they're popping. Where's that on? Let's see, any tickers moving more than others? Not that I see.
Apple just wicked so hard. Nvidia didn't even move. Amazon didn't move. Netflix kind of reacted, but didn't really move much.
Yeah, NH coming down to that towards pre-market low, so that's not good for healthcare or SPY. Can we get an eye on that? Tesla's still holding up. XOM's no movement really, just still kind of in that range of the flag. Wait for it to see if it's going to break higher. We're bad on this yesterday high on SPY, coming back above it right now. We don't have to wait for this candle to confirm. Oh yeah, there it goes. They're battling.
Rising volume above that previous day high.
They like them 10 o'clock numbers, it seems. Pushing it back towards opening price.
The thing to look for now is, do we reject the same area or do we create a lower high? That's one thing to look out for right now, everybody.
XOM near those high days. Amazon getting back over that pre-market low. Yesterday low at 83 still. See if we can get over that. He's coming up a little better now. Really need to get over 83. They're wicking it all the way back down to that yesterday high.
AMD not even moving. Apple rejecting, still sitting in the same spot. Nvidia's in the same spot. Amazon's trying to pick it up. That's one that's definitely trying to move higher. Netflix is reacting at a very strong level. It's like the 304.50s. If they lose that, it's a very good chance they sell off more. So keep eyes on that to see if Netflix defends that area or not. Microsoft also wicking down. Meta wicking down as well too. SPY trying to hold up very well. Let's check out our sectors again. We saw a lot of them go green to red. We see a lot of them going back into the green. Healthcare trying to take that low. See tech trying to defend that previous day low. Discretionary is retaking the previous day low as posted. They rejected the previous day close though. XLC trying their best to get back over that previous day close. Financials got a good bounce. Industrials got a good bounce. Staples got a good bounce. So we have a lot of defensive sectors moving higher, which isn't necessarily bullish. Base materials, yeah, we have a lot of defensive sectors moving higher. A lot of defensive sectors. Do not chase till the waters calm down. Great post, Daffy.
Yes, sir. DXXLM is popping high a day. See, get over 112 now.
You scalped that? Good job, Mac. Already took my profits. Finna do the same as Daffy. If not, I'll just call it early. And remember what I said this morning. I said it's not surprising to see a lot of pumps, dumps, especially after this data. A lot of energy has been used up in this small range already, too. Good job, Shaw Rose, with your scalps. Yeah, definitely risky, but like I said, today's definitely, or this past few days have been a scalper's market, so good job. Need to chill. Yeah, a lot of people do. You're not alone in that one. A lot of us need to just kind of chill. Some people take that the wrong way, too. They're like, oh, they don't want us to trade. Like, yeah, you're right. I don't want you to trade. It's not a favorable setup. Also, so much premium is getting burned. 0 DTE nightmare. Once it dies down, everybody loses. 100%. I didn't even check the max pain level today, but I'm sure it's somewhere close. Exactly. Just trying to help. Not trying to piss off anybody. Sitting on my hands today after yesterday and making mental reps. Good job. Yeah, today's definitely going to be a good mental rep day. We at least tested 381.75. They're trying to hold over that with not that amazing a volume. Still a pretty decent amount of time in this candle. But what we're really looking out for to see is, can we get a lower high, or is this going to hold up and try to push a new high? That's really what everyone's looking at right now. Or what they should be looking at, I should say. Apple's picking it up a little bit. Nice to see.
Tesla
AMD's
breaking
finally
over
reacting.
107.
AMD's finally reacting. No, you're fine. Amazon's still moving higher. Nvidia's finally reacting. Netflix is finally reacting. Meta's moving higher. So we're seeing a lot of defense, a lot of defending of those levels, like I was just telling y'all. We were selling off. That's why I went to those charts instantly to see, all right, where's all the important areas? Seems like XOK defended very well. XLV recovered. Discretionary is recovering. Comms are recovering. And all the other defensive sectors were already up and from their recovery. They're already moving higher. So you have a combination of our main sectors falling and recovering, and a lot of the defensive sectors continuing higher.
About to make new high down, Bird B pretty aggressively here. Yep, right there, boom. Bird B popping new high a day. Apple trying to get new high intraday, below yesterday high still. XOM still pushing higher.
The Fed just said unemployment is going to rise a little bit. No shit. Tesla hit their previous day low. Let's see if they can get over. Go fill that pre-market gap or not. Apple's still having problems with previous day open, as well as today's high.
Yeah, this new 10-minute candle, open up around 383. Bird B pushing higher. He's over there watching that deep level too. Berkby pushing higher.
XME, Energy, and Staples are leading 100%, Mike. And then Base Materials. Good call out. Good to see another guy on top of these sectors as well as I am. Because one, it's just nice to know what's moving the market. Because yeah, their tech is finally reacting, but it wasn't at first. It was mainly defensive sectors holding us up. Which if that wasn't happening and defensive sectors kept falling, right now we'd still be at 381.70. And if that happened earlier, we'd be under today's low of day. So defensive sectors really supported a lot of the market today. So far, I should say. So it's good to see. But yeah, metals, energy, staples, base materials, utilities, industrials, these are all leading. AMD still having weakness down there. Tesla still having weakness against that previous day low. Nvidia really not doing much. Amazon's actually been kind of helping out a little bit. They're already back up to their today's open. Netflix getting a good bounce off that 304.50 area. Pretty strong candle right there. Lowering volume, but still a nice strong candle. Meta kind of in the same seat as Netflix. Makes sense though, they're in the same sector. And Microsoft finally getting some more buyers. We'll see if they have enough room to get back up to today's open or not. But still, those sector charts really did kind of draw the picture for all of us today.
We held that pre-market high. Now it's trying to push up again. Tesla peaking over 107 again. Can we get some volume here? Berkby's almost at 317.
Should be looking for shorts as long as we don't pass this resistance here. Kind of in the same seat as we were at open. If we don't pass this, it wouldn't be surprising to see us retest 381.70s. Maybe even make a higher low at 380.50s. If we end up passing this, there's a very good chance we go test 385 and possibly 386.25. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. If we can get to 150 likes, I'll share all my chart links on Sunday. So let's try to get 34 more likes on the stream. We have over 100 people extra than that. So come on, we can definitely do that. 150 likes, I'll share all my chart links on Sunday for everybody to have on their own TOS charts. Spy Toppy around 383. That's kind of a combination of 383.20, 384 really. It's like 383 to 384. It's like a dollar range right here.
Nvidia finally getting some buyers. See if we can get over 143.50 up to 144.50. like Apple, Amazon, Microsoft pushing us higher. Meta's at that yesterday high as well, so you can get over that. Bird B pushing higher. Nvidia trying to get over the 143.50. See if SPY can break 384 if it's going to reject.
Remember the areas I said above this area, everybody. 385, 386.25. Possibility if we make that new high.
Made a weak new high there. Minute on our next 10-minute candle.
SPY doing everything it can to not make a new high of day. Qs are above today's open. That's a good sign. Small caps also above today's open, trying to make that new high. Another good sign. Tesla still not passing the previous day low. Apple still under the previous day high. Each one teach one. That's one of my favorite quotes. That motivational speech from Denzel Washington, that was epic. BTU's on some shit today. They're almost up 10% right now. I've not been checking this one at all. It's a very clean move by them. Energy ticker, of course. Microsoft getting some sellers slowing down. Meta, same seat. Netflix, same seat. Amazon also just not as aggressive. Nvidia. Apple's not really that aggressive either. Neither is Tesla's. Your dad always said that to you? Yeah, for real, Mike. That was the one you put me on back in the day, was BTU. Old Peabody. BA can hit 210, but they really need to crack 2850s, and they have that new high of day at 208.85, so they need to crack those to reach 210. I did see LUV was killing it earlier. Saw, I think Mike mentioned it. I go over that every day, Trevor, at the beginning and end of every stream, so you can check out the past streams, but I'm not going to get to that yet because there's just not time to cover that information. But I will go back over that here in a little bit. Yeah, Mel, SPY does look good for shorts as long as it doesn't pass this area. This is literally what happened last time we had this same news come out. Got a pump, got a dump, got a pump, got a dump, got a pump, got a dump. Did it like 3-4 times that same day. Over the course of like 2 days it did that. We'll see though, it doesn't necessarily have to dump here. Could definitely get a good pump over the highs of day right here. If that does happen, 385 and 386.25 need to be your next two targets above. This warm winter and oversupply has natural gas in the shitter. Berkby and Exxon slowing down again. Neo and Bob on opposite sides of their charts today. Pretty low volume on this rejection so far, nothing crazy. Done for the day. Hopping off the screen. Thanks for the great stream. As always, Bueller, have a blessed weekend, everybody. You too, Tulip. Hope you have a great weekend, man. Oh, Cameron, he will. Don't worry about Mel. Mel literally types out everything he does in there. And he's been kind enough to post his reviews in the Discord as well. Spy 30-minute. Thank you, Mike. Yeesh. Tested both sides of the range perfectly. Apple is traveling. Good way of putting it. My bad, Jazz. You said on Netflix, would that be a 40% and 80% entry at 308.63? Yeah, I mean, you did have that one break, and then now you had a retest, which really didn't have much crazy volume pop-up. You actually had lowering as it approached the previous day close. So against the previous day close, there was a decent 80% entry. Meta still holding up pretty well. 3 inside candles in a row. And those spies slowed down. They really didn't break anything. For either side, really. So this could be a good retest for bulls, if anything, to see if they push 384. 384 breaks, we can see 385, 386. No, you're fine, Mel. Nobody's saying that. I like how much you post. Post as much as you want, man. Don't let anybody limit you. Be comfortable.
Eric B pushing new high.
Yeah, tech's not really helping. That's definitely a non-tech related move happening. Meta is sort of helping, so we have comms helping out a little bit. Samsung's quarterly profit sinks to 8-year low on a demand slump. Sheesh. Apple's mixed reality headset will be announced this spring at the earliest. Unemployment rate in December was 3.5%. Estimate was 3.7%. Amazon will fire 1,000 employees in India, per Times of India. Rolex raises prices in the US and the UK by an average of about 2.5%. Let's see if the market wants it. We have rising volume. They just need to pop that new high now. Yeah, for real, Freddy. Remember when phones weren't even close to $1,000? Now it takes people a year to pay them off. Sometimes longer. Nvidia is holding a good base. I like Nvidia for a bounce to possibly retest today's open. Oh, they have previous day closed right here. Okay, perfect. So a good target could be today's open. Good stop loss could be 142.26. I do like this play a lot though for potential bounce, especially if SPY can push that new high. If SPY can push that new high, I think I like Nvidia the most. I mean, Apple has had some problems, Freddy. They've been slowing production of the new iPhone coming out, expecting completely less sales, and there has been less sales. So they have had some problems. Even though they're like the king, they're still having their own issues. Might not be as bad as, you know, other companies, but still an issue. As I said before, if SPY breaks this current level, I expect 385 and possibly 386.25 sack lunch. I don't know if that lines up with pre-market or not. I just know that's the levels I have above.
It's popping. See if it confirms. Give some volume. Apple getting back up. Microsoft really helping out. XOM pushing new high a day with Bird B new high a day. Looking for Meta to get over this yesterday high still, and then 129.88. Pre-market high. Hughes pushing higher.
Call out Mike. Let's go on video.
Still pushing higher on nice short-term volume. Gonna get to 385 quickly.
All right, dollar up, trimming a little bit here on Nvidia. Final profit target is 144.60. Don't be greedy though. If you don't have to hit the level exactly, but really good profit so far on Nvidia from that first little move. because I just don't stream on Twitch. I'm sure I will in the future, but for now I'm focused on YouTube. Thank you, Sherman. I was trying to find one that I liked the most while Spy was trying to push, because Spy doesn't have to technically go hit 385 for anything to move here. So you just got to find something with good positioning. And I saw that NVIDIA was holding above their previous day close in another bigger time frame level, making a good stop loss right here and good targets above. I also like that it had rising. It had pretty good buyer volume. I'm not gonna say rising, but then it had lowering to rising, which really kind of gave me that enticing move on that. I like that a lot. That one's doing pretty good. Netflix made a higher low.
We have 50 seconds or so on this 10-minute candle. Making new highs on Burt B and XOM.
You made some decent money streaming on Twitch, that's why I asked, but long-term growing YouTube is the best move, especially with great content like this. And I'm sure I'll be over on Twitch soon. I'm just focused. I'm not really. Everyone keeps saying, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? It's just like, I'm just focused. I don't feel like moving around a whole lot. It's really my thinking.
New 10-minute candle pushing higher.
But I'm sure I will be. I've even had people come up to me and be like, how can I support you? How can I support you? This and that. You know, join the streams. Check out the videos. Like the videos. Join the Discord if you really want to support me. Join the Discord. Be in the YouTube streams. That's really it. I'm not going to sit here and try to sell people on a bunch of things day in, day out. I feel like that's a big trend too with traders on social media, is like every day they're trying to sell you something. Like, that's not me. Like, there are things that I could easily sell to you every single week, but I just don't see the point, because then you're not going to see me as a trader or somebody trying to help you. You're going to see me as somebody who's just trying to market and sell things every day, and I don't want that. I do not want to be that kind of guy. As I've stated before, everything I have that's paid in my Discord or on the course, technically, if you dive through all my content, you can get it all for free. But there's a lot of videos to go through. So, and actually, there's a little bit more on the course and in the chat. I'm being too nice, but overall, you can get a lot of the info that's paid for free as well.
5 cents off. 2.
All right, guys, I'm taking full profits here on NVIDIA.
1. And we printed over 385.
The targets, again, coach, are 385, 386. I've said them a few times in here just so everybody's on the same page. Yep, happy with that one, though. Hit the first target. Still got a few minutes in this candle. Good job, Festus, taking profits under SPY play. Somebody joined the server and their name was literally Bueller Buys LLC.
That's you.
Yeah. Oh, I just found another fake Bueller as I'm typing it. All right. I feel like I went on like a 2-3 day streak without seeing a fake account on Discord for a while. And guys, there's another fake me on Instagram right now. Do not answer a guy named Bueller trading memes _. I'm not gonna go out of my way to message you and ask how your day is and try to get your account. That's just I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to message that many people. So don't think that that's me. I saw a few of you send me messages, and I even saw y'all reply to them like it was me. Guys, y'all should instantly see that that's not me. If you go to their posts and you see how many likes they will have almost no likes on any of their posts. It's a very normal thing. So don't ever let a fake me hit you up on Twitter, Instagram. Instantly stop replying to them. Send a picture of them to me. And let's start banning them and reporting them together. Let's stop letting these people run amok. The only way to get rid of them is working together, banning, reporting them. There's no way of catching them beforehand. But it's very easy to see if there's a fake account or not. I'm not even going to sit here and say, oh, it's kind of annoying because they make it look like it's me. Like, no, they don't look like me at all. Their posts will be dead. Their pages will be dead. They'll have no friends that are related to you. They won't even be in a mutual server half the time. A hold to this area can still bring a retest towards 386, so keep eyes on that as long as 383, 384 area holds as support. Amy. No, that is not me. Unless... Yeah, Jack, you can't say you don't have friends. You literally sent a picture of you with like 3 or 4 different people in a garage. Like, you clearly have some friends. Tesla finally broke a call out. Finally nice to see them past 107s. Oh, they were past the last candle too. You can see Netflix closing over the previous day close. That's a pretty good move for them. SPY looking like they have the 386.25 in sights. As I said, 385 and 386.20. These are the only two targets I have today. If we end up crossing this, the only thing we have left is 388.50, 389.60s, which is the top of the gap fill on the daily time frame. Just found us Monday. What's up, Clint? UNH is not following XLV at all. It's good to know. Tesla going up to 109.50 after closing over 107. Not on the list, but that was definitely talked about. Definitely nice to see it work out. Nvidia crossing. So if anybody who might not have sold when I sold, you're doing really well right now. Beautiful job if anybody took that. Anybody take Nvidia with me when we were talking about that? It's okay if you didn't. It's okay if you just visualized it, but I just wanted to see if anybody caught that with me. It's the only one I've traded today. Hey, that's perfect, Noxta. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear you saying I took profit at the first target. Who cares if it goes another 50 billion%? That's not what we're focused on. Beautiful job, Noxta. Good job, Moon. Good job, Minnie. It's like a few of you got in on that. That was the one I liked the most with that timing, with how SPY was looking. You took some on Nvidia, 0 TT, and one contract, so exit at the dollar move up. Good job, Sherman. That's what I want to hear. It's a really good habit to get in the swing of just kind of catching a really good entry and then selling at your first target instead of trying to catch some huge move. And that's where a lot of people get lost. And they're like, well, I don't know how I messed up. Well, you messed up because you didn't have anything planned. You didn't have anything past that. You don't know what you're doing yet. It makes sense that you don't know what you're doing yet because you haven't taken profit at the first target for a while yet. You staircased out. Beautiful job, Moon. Dollar General's on the run. Could call out Knobs. How you doing today, Knob? Cutting at your target is a win for discipline. Exactly. You're building up something so much more important. It's crazy too, because like I always teach y'all to like try to just sell at the first target, like while you're growing. Like you're not gonna do that forever. Over time, you're gonna try and staircase out farther. But in the beginning, I feel like I never see anybody ever teach that either. Everyone's always like, "Oh, you need to have a set target that's this many dollars away." It's like, why are you setting parameters up for every play? Every play is gonna be different, you know. So you have to expect hitting that first target, selling, seeing a slowdown, then seeing a continuation. Over time, you'll learn that. That's not something you're going to pick up at the very beginning. So I like to be very adamant about talking about to the first target, selling towards the first target, because I just don't see the point in pretending otherwise. You know, there's really no point in saying, oh, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. You know, I'm going to definitely make it to that farther target. Like, why? Why? You know, what's telling you that? It's not the chart. It's not anybody else telling you that. It's your emotions telling you that. Your greed. You know, when your greed's speaking louder than your reason, that's a big, big problem. Yeah, exactly. I hate when people say that. If it's not 100% win, why are you taking the trade? What? Like 50% is insane. 100% is insane. Aim to catch those 10, 20% plays. Bueller bought in on Nvidia at 106, sold at 2. Great play. Actually, I think it was a little bit different than that. But yeah, I mean, pretty close to that. Good job, though, Alexis. Glad you ran on that. That was a very true statement. Nobody ever says for shooting for the closet target. That's a very good first step that I learned with you. Because you have to think about it just kind of logically. Like, would you ever step onto a basketball court and just instantly go for three-pointers? No, you're probably going to practice some layups. You're going to practice how to dribble a little bit more comfortably. Some two-point shots around the way, you know, the field goal spot. You're not gonna go straight for shooting at three-pointers. You're going to actually, then over time, as you practice dribbling, as you practice layups, as you practice those more inside shots, you know, over time, then you'll start to kind of reach out towards, okay, I'll start to practice on some three-pointer. You're not going to instantly start out and go, I'm going to be Ray Allen. You know, no, you're going to start off with the fundamentals and the basics first. You know, you should look at trading the exact same way. It's crazy how many different analogies we always use for sports and trading, too. It's a little wild. To expand on it, there were no targets to begin with before I learned your TA. I'm very happy you're here, Sonia. Thank you for adding on. My two biggest discipline problems I have to work on are not forcing trades and keeping the same size trades each time, regardless of confidence. Exactly. Right now, it's just focusing on stability, focusing on a single method, a single source, and then over time you can start to expand on that. But for now, for a while, stick with the same thing over and over and over. First 2 days green and the next 2 red, still green for the week. Barley. Analogy with sports / athletics is spot on because it's a reality-based performance endeavor. Simply put, either I catch the pass or I drop the ball, one play at a time, but so much more goes into it. 100%. But it can be made easier when you build your base up a little more yourself. You know, when you build up these small methods, entering, exiting a first target, having a plan beforehand, understanding the levels, understanding how to navigate those levels. You know, these are all small things to put together that will only increase your chances of probability, which is good. Watching to see if UNH is lagging the health sector ahead and the rest of the sector to follow UNH. All right, we're getting very, 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 very close to the 386s that I mentioned. Very risky spot to continue holding your longs until you see a better, more decisive push over 386.25. Mac Trades tagging me on Twitter said sold into high of day 69%. Thanks for the stream, Bueller Trading. Good stuff, man. Beautiful percentage. 68.96%. Very nice. Definitely can't complain about that percentage. A nice percent. Exactly. See, you caught that. You caught that. This is the 7th time hitting this level since December 16th. Wow. That's a lot, considering that's really not even that long. It's not even a month ago. It's still less than a month ago. It's a lot of retest on that same level. I showed earlier in stream too, 2 different times we hit it that weren't even that long ago. Within the last 2 weeks, we've hit this level a couple times. It's crazy. Definitely a very nice gap fill resistance, that's for sure. That's why I'm saying that should be your like farther out target around 386s, because it's not really fair to say once you pass that you're going to definitely fill that gap. So I'm trying to take the passive route for anybody who's paying attention. Look at Nvidia still going and hitting that next level. So that was a great play. I'm very happy to be out of that, and I'm very happy for anybody who took that, because it kept going, so it didn't completely screw anybody getting out of that position. Definitely my favorite. It's nice too, once you take a good trade, it feels nice to feel good about it, and then also have that strength of going, you know what, I don't really even need to take another trade. Or at least I don't need to take a trade instantly, you know, just kind of having that strength of saying, you know, I don't need to really do much right now. And I think I'm going to read Tobias's thing here in about 24 minutes. So I did want to read that. Feels like we're at the top of consolidation area on SPY. Either break or reject on the daily, or of course consolidate. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a big factor. Good job, guys. Anybody who's been paying attention today definitely had some really good plays. Not even just the Nvidia, but SPY. The only thing I talked about today was leaving this range, and if we did leave this range to the upside, 385 and 386 were the only 2 targets I've mentioned. Of course, past 386.25, you do have 388, 389, so there is more. But for passive plays, that was it. That right there, that was the meat of a beautiful passive move. That might be the only passive move you get today. We'll see, though. Day is not over at all. No, yeah, Peter, and someone literally just asked me that in chat. They said, so it's time for puts too, or too soon? I said it's too soon, but it's good risk as long as we're under 386.25. Because you can't lie, this is a good risk spot for puts. But it's a little too risky just to randomly enter it instantly, just because we haven't had any indications yet. Only thing we've really gotten is, oh, we hit the level. That's about it. Nothing's really shouted out to you saying, hey, we're rejecting here. We're going to drop now. But you can't lie. Good risk here as long as you're under 386.20s. And Apple got a huge volume indecisive candle there. Potentially a bearish candle there. AMD reversing, Tesla slowing down. I'm not going to say reversing, but it has slowed down. Apple has one pretty bearish candle here. Might be getting a reversal here on Apple if they break previous day high. Nvidia slowing up against 145.60s. They're kind of stuck in between this range here, so watch for a move out of that range. Amazon is slowing down, potentially reversing. Netflix rejecting previous day close after barely taking it. They look like they're rejecting and pulling down, so we'll see if they want a test low of day or not again. Meta also slowing down around today's open/high. And Amazon. Microsoft kind of fighting the same area as Meta, that today's open and today's high area. So we are seeing some reverse. I would say a retest of this area is needed. We just got kind of a short retest that led to a good pump. But I'd say we at least need to retest this area. So possibly see this pullback. Maybe not all in this one candle, but over the next 20-30 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised to see us at least testing this as support. And seeing if they want to get a bounce or seeing if they want to fade us back down. And did anybody check Max Payne? I'll go check Max Payne if nobody did. But I think I saw somebody say 382 earlier. It's not really something to aim for, but it's just kind of nice to keep in mind. Let's see, Max Payne. It is 382, so good job whoever said that earlier. You are correct. Well, that's around a really good level too, so it's not really crazy to think about. Alright, thank you Shadow and Peter. Appreciate that. Triple confirming the 382. So that doesn't necessarily mean we have to go to that or have to close around that, but it's just something to keep in mind. Thank you, Fal. Here in about 15 minutes, I'm going to pull up Tobias's article. I think today's article is what traders can learn from performance psychology. Can't wait to read that one. Not gonna lie, I kind of cheated and I already started reading a little bit of it, but then I stopped because I realized I was going to read it on stream too, so I don't want to waste it. Yes, Logan, that's the beginning of the gap fill on the daily time frame. And I've stated it a few times. Maybe you weren't in stream, but I've stated it a few times. It's the beginning of the potential gap fill. It actually is down here, so we're already technically in it. But since we already kind of went up and penetrated a little bit, I just went ahead and added that to the top of that candle. That's kind of what we're up against right now. It's a potential gap fill that leads towards 388, 389 area. But that's where I'm getting that level. Let's go check a couple tickers again. AMD still just kind of slow, potentially pulling back. Might be getting a retest for more downside here on Tesla. Same for Apple. Nvidia just perfectly in range still. Same for Netflix. Might be getting a retest for a potential move down. Meta looking a little top heavy. So is Microsoft. So we do see some things slowing down. Some of them are reversing. Okay, thank you. I've been in classes all day, and it is my first class that I don't have my phone taken. Oh, okay, nice. Don't get your phone taken away. That sucks. Wait, class? What grade are you in? Or are you in college? I'll be damned if a college professor takes my damn phone. Well, if you're paying tuition and all kinds of crap, touch my phone. That's how I'd be acting if they were touching it. Whereas the article, I just retweeted it on my Twitter, but this is essentially where it is. You can see his @ and all that. But I retweeted it on my Twitter this morning. I'll retweet it again right now so people can see it. My goal is to get 1,000 views on each of Tobias's posts. We broke over 1,000 on the last one. This one's at like 500 right now. I just like supporting people. I'm a weirdo. Okay, high school sophomore. That makes a lot more sense why your phone got taken then. Never mind. I was gonna say that was college. I'd be pissed. But high school, that makes a little bit more sense. Right, Jazz? Thank you, D-Touch. I appreciate you. I should have done that. I don't know why I didn't think to do that. Here, I'll pin it. So we're going to unpin Jazz Kick's post and pin that one. Good message today, too, Jazz. Good kind of starter off message. There's a high school sophomore in here listening and trading while in class. Awesome. For every time we see these younger people come in here, which not like any of us are super old, but every time we see these younger people in here, it's just like exciting because it's like, damn, these dudes really got a good head start. I've always told you guys if I could find sophomore me or high school me, I would choke him and I would remind him, hey, maybe kick it in gear a little bit. So I followed him and retweeted the link too. Thank you, D-Touch. I appreciate that. Because you know me, man. I just love to support people, especially when the information's good. I'm not going to sit here and retweet a bunch of Signal people. I'm not going to sit here and retweet a bunch of people who just make up BS. You know, I want to support people that have really good content. Tobias is one of those people. And I don't even know who he is. He's just a supporter in the streams. I don't know him on a personal level. Just happy to support. My high school days were when the original mullet haircut came out. So like the 80s, 90s. And college is really only a waste. I wouldn't say college is a waste. I would just say college is a waste if you don't use what you're studying for. Like if you go get a degree in something and then you don't use it, yeah, that was a waste. You can say you have something to fall back on, but at the same time, you know, what's the point if you're not even going to use it? To be fair, though, our school system is set up so shit. They aim you towards just going to college with no intentions of what to think about. You know, you're just supposed to. They just expect you to realize, well, what do I want to be the rest of my life? You know, that's a huge question, and they make it seem like it's so simple, but it's not. It's not simple at all. Then you finally get to college, and it's like, oh crap, what do I do? Do I even want to do this anymore? And then there you are building up more debt. My doctorate degree cost me $125,000. Now it's around $275, give or take. Wow, that's just wild. $150,000 more. As I stated before, above the 386 is possibly 388, 389 area. Let me pull the chart down a little for you. 388, 389 area. Which again, this is just the top of the gap fill. There's just another bigger time frame level that pops up inside of the gap fill. So that's why that's there. But the passive plays have been taken. Everything else now we're looking for better confirmation. If we get some lowering volume here and we fail to make a new high, there's going to be a very good chance we're seeing the next leg down to this area here. If we end up passing this, we get some good rising volume, we can pass over that 386.25. There's a very good chance we go smack 388, possibly 389. Good morning, Wag Trader. Always happy to have you in here. I'm sorry that work got in the way. Regardless, though, we're very happy to have you. And we hit over 150 likes on the stream. As I promised, I will be posting all of my chart links on Sunday in my channel. So if you're a member of the Discord, you'll have a very big chance of catching all those links. Or you will have a chance, because that's what I'm going to do. No problem, Bob. Well, we know why, Jazz. They don't want to make people smart coming out of school. They want you to be obedient. And there are actually some schools, it really is a regional thing, it's very rare, but there are actually some high schools that offer financial literacy. I don't remember what states, but we had a couple guys in here telling me about it. And there actually are a couple states that have it in some of their high schools, which is insane. I think that's amazing. I wish more people did, more high schools did that. Because it's wild, they expect you to just exit high school, go into college, and it's like, wait, what are taxes? It's like, wait, how do I track this? How do I turn them in? How do I calculate? How do I do any of that? They really expect you to just jump into it and learn it on your own, instead of forcing you to teach that, forcing you to learn it. And I'm not hating on school. I just think our school systems are set up very poorly. Because you do need school, regardless of what anyone tells you. You do need school. It's good to go to school, get your basics in, kind of understand what happens, learn different things. It's good to get your mind out there. Also to meet people. It's good to be out there around fresh faces. Here in Miami, the county requires a half semester of econ. That's it. Shit, that's something.
My favorite class from school was the cooking class.
Yeah, I bet. Cook and do nothing.
I took that class 4 times.
How?
Because I had enough credits that I had to just fill up my schedule.
So just let you do cooking classes 4 different times?
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid. I mean, good for you, but that's stupid that's even possible.
I could have graduated early, but I wanted to play. I wanted to play sports still, so it was basically just fill up your schedule with whatever.
A very strong case, RW Myers. DX Mac asked, "Did you pass, Devin?" No, that's why he took it 4 times. He failed it the first 3.
Well, because you actually cook food almost every day. And during the holidays, you cook cookies all the time. So it was like, it was super clutch.
A bowling class? Dude, that would sound so much fun. I would have way too much fun in a bowling class. That's pretty cool. Michelle did that too. I didn't even make it out of 10th grade, so I don't even get to talk. Devin, I should hook up with my brother-in-law. He is an elite performance trainer.
Yeesh. I just pick stuff up and put it back down. I'm not trying to be elite. The
Lift.
video getting going, Josh.
Huh?
The video getting going over the yesterday high.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Nvidia's bae. Cooking eggs right now? That's what I'm going to go do after stream. What? A written exam for bowling? Had a hockey class at my high school? Damn, that's actually kind of badass. Bowling class is fun, especially being herded around by a group of redheaded serious nuns. Jesus. I'm still mind blown by the written exam for bowling. That just blows my mind. They're like, we gotta be like other subjects. We have to make them write stuff. That gets me. And yeah, I don't know if I would have played hockey in high school, but that would have been so cool to go watch. No, facts, Bob. That's a 3 billion% fact. There is good money in trades, but people don't want to go get their hands dirty, like you said, plumbing, electrician, AC man. You know, nobody wants to do that stuff. But those are good paying jobs, and you're actually learning life skills, so it's like a double. It's like you're being paid double. I love anybody who goes into trades like plumbing, electricians, AC. Those are probably the smartest thing you can do if you don't already have a plan in place. Scoring questions. I remember one question I got wrong. What's the official name for a bowler? Answer, a kegler. Yeah, I'd fail that too, dude.
That's like getting its pre-workout high.
What was the best game you had, sacked lunch? The highest you bowled?
It seems like a lot of those trade jobs in Ohio, that if you don't own your own business, they try to pay you like you're a fast food worker. So that's, I think in Ohio, that's why a lot of people don't like going into it, because
Well,
you don't have to own your own business.
It's all regional. Like, so if it's a family-owned business, you're probably going to get paid decent, depending on what size they are. If it's like a major company like Roto-Rooter, like, yeah, they're going to pay you flat rates that are shit because they're a bigger corporation. So it really depends where you go work is really the big thing in trades. How do you get into trades? Go apply. Walk up to their building, say, "Hey, I want to apply for a job as an apprentice." It's that easy. Some of them are a little bit more professional than that. I'm literally in Houston, a huge city, and it might not be advertised that well, but look it up on Google. It doesn't need to be advertised to find it. Look it up on Google. Find some different companies. Look around. Walk up to them. Say, "Hey, can I apply?" It's that easy.
Most of those crews will tell you to pick up a shovel right then and there.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be doing BS work at the beginning, but that's because you don't know anything. They're going to give you basic work, digging, tightening things, getting tools. But it's definitely, even if it's not advertised, they're definitely everywhere. No matter where you are, those trades are everywhere with open available jobs. Really up to you, Foul. You already do have one minor confirmation, and that's the rejection of 386, and you have a lower high from there. So technically, you already have a confirmation, and you could already enter some shorts. I was just saying you probably just want to chill. But if you are looking for some shorts, it's already a good time. You could leave your stop loss at 386.25, and you don't want to just aim for this area. You also have this little bit of a slowdown, so this is probably where they'll kind of have another small move, small rejection, small move. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that either. Exactly. Ask one how they got into it. Apprenticeships. It's being an apprentice. What's up, Eric? And plus, there's different levels of it too. Like everyone's like, oh, you just go and you're an apprentice at a family-owned company. No, you could also like Feroz just said, you go to a community college and they teach you all of the basics. You'll pay out of your pocket for it, but you learn a lot. But just from personal experience, it's very smart to go get a trade job. Therefore, you have something you can fall back on if anything ever hurts you or you don't ever know where to go after that. But that was a good point made, whoever brought that up first. Trade jobs are really kind of slept on. Dude, preach dark satins. There's people whose houses I went up to, and I'd be like, where's your water turn off? They're like, I don't even think we have one. It's like, dude, you have one. Where is it? Oh, I don't know. Like, you don't know where your water shut off is? What if your house just started blowing apart with pipes? Like, you're just gonna sit there and let it flood? It's crazy. Trade jobs are big time short on people. My plant needs people bad. No, they do, Bob. I would say more financial education and more technical jobs like that need to be in high school more. Just to kind of incorporate it into people's minds like, oh, wow, I could go do this. There's not just college. Check across some of these charts here, see what's moving, what's not moving. Actually, let's do this. Let's go to these. Look at that recovery from tech. Huge bounce off that previous day low. Huge recovery on healthcare from the previous day low. Huge recovery on discretionary from previous day low and the previous day close. Comms defended previous day close pretty well. Comms has been relatively strong though too. I mean, you saw they weren't even near previous day lows. Financials are definitely up, uppity up. Industrials killing it. Like I said though, defensive sectors are still leading. All the way from financials to industrial, staples, real estate, base, utilities, energy. These are all up the most. Tech and SPY are still not even close to where a lot of these defensive sectors are. So it's not a tech leading day. That's for sure. In a keto class, we had dozens of PhDs and no one could fix a toilet. That's bad. Toilets are relatively simple, too. It just depends what toilet you're looking at. I had a property once the water shut off in front of my neighbor's house all the way on the other side of the street corner. Oh. So accessible. My high school had those trades because it was a technical school in the afternoon space. After you graduate, you can get licensed or certified. Wow, that's pretty badass. See, that's what more schools need, is that, to give you that chance of like, oh, look, there's other possibilities.
That's how my school was too.
That's nice. I mean, it gives people like better way of thinking too. Now they're not just like, oh, there's just college and then I go into the working into business or into, you know, whatever. Now it's like, oh, okay, there are other things I can go do that are just as important. PFE's pumping. Good call out, Daffy.
Catching some more buyers. Looks like Tesla's pushing up off that pre-market high. Nvidia's still moving higher.
Got a house with a septic tank beneath the living room. Isn't that nice? Looking at SPY, is there anything to look to between bull flag and double top aside from breakout and hold retest? No, why would you look at anything else? I mean, anything in between here is nothing. I've covered what to look out for. We're looking for a break of this base that we have price building on top of to potentially lead us back down to 383, 380, 320, 383, 75 area. If we can get a new high, we have to look towards 388, 389. Speaking of pumping. Index is up almost the same across the board. Dow, SPX, and NASDAQ. Good eye, Bob. Thank you for reporting that. Giving us a little update. Looks like Tesla wanted to fill that gap from pre-market. Alright, well, it's time to read Tobias's report. I waited long enough. So again, guys, if you go to Twitter, you go to my profile and find it if you want, but it's just because I just retweeted it. But Tobias at 123432313A, beautiful handle, man. Check out his post though; it's right here. Let me retweet it again just so it gets more views. All right, bear with me, everybody. 3 hours ago. Be sure to subscribe. You don't have to pay anything. You can actually subscribe for free. I did it this morning. Performance psychology plays a vital role in becoming a successful trader in the stock market. Many principles from sports can be applied to trading, as both involve competition and the desire to perform at a high level. However, there are also some key differences between sports and trading. In trading, you have the ability to quickly enter and exit positions, whereas in sports, you have to play out the game regardless of the score. In the competitive world of stock trading, size does not necessarily matter. What matters is whether you are winning or losing. The stock market is a highly competitive environment where participants at all levels compete on the same field but not necessarily in the same way. Your results as a trader depend on various factors such as the market, your competition, and your own decisions. It is helpful to think of yourself as competing only against yourself rather than getting overwhelmed by all the external inputs. However, it's important to note that while you may not have control over the situation, you will be held accountable for your financial results. The stress and anxiety that can come from having minimal control but significant consequences can impact your performance. To improve your performance as a trader, here are 6 complementary mental systems to consider. Improving your skills. To become better at trading, it's important to regularly practice and review technical skills, specific trades, or setups, and the results that you get with those trades/setups. Earned confidence is a blessing. Mental skills, by the way, and this takes time. You don't just do that once and you're like, all right, I'm good. No, it takes time doing this. You can only delete emotions through process and over time. Mental skills are also crucial in this process. Being able to recognize when you are in a good mental state and avoiding trading when you are not can significantly improve your results. Breach. I like that one. I'm already subscribed. Oh, I logged in on my phone. Handle pressure. When there are high stakes involved, such as hopes, dreams, or money, it's natural for your body to react with physical preparations. If you feel panicked, excited, or overwhelmed, it's important to step away from trading and take a moment to calm down. If you are already in a trade, take deep breaths. Remind yourself of your routines, your setup, and try to focus on rationality rather than letting your emotions control your decisions. I like that a lot. Really, really good article so far. Handle your thoughts. It's normal to have negative thoughts from time to time, and it's impossible to completely eliminate them. However, it's important not to get stuck on negative thoughts or let them derail our progress. Instead, try to recognize when you are having negative thoughts and then refocus on the task at hand. This can help you stay productive and avoid getting bogged down by negative emotions. One way to refocus on your tasks is to set specific goals for what you want to accomplish and then work on achieving those goals. This can help you stay focused and motivated even when you are having negative thoughts. It's also helpful to try and let go of a lot of negative thoughts as they arise, rather than dwelling on them. Remember that thoughts are just thoughts and they do not have control over our actions or emotions. The key is to register them and then move on, rather than getting caught up in them. Facts. Staying completely emotionless. Refocusing on your task. It's normal for our focus to wander and for our attention to be drawn to other things. However, it's important to be aware of when we lose focus and to actively try to refocus on our task. One way to do this is to set specific goals for what you want to accomplish during a focused trading session, and then try to stay on track by regularly checking in with yourself to make sure you are making progress towards those goals. It's also helpful to eliminate distractions, such as turning off notifications on your phone or finding a quiet, distraction-free workspace. It's important not to get too caught up in the duration of your focus, as this can be frustrating and demotivating. Instead, try to focus on the time between losing focus and refocusing on your task. This can help you stay calm and avoiding getting discouraged when your focus inevitably wanders. Remember that it takes time and practice to develop strong focus, so be patient with yourself and try to stay positive as you work on improving your focus skills. Preach. You can't beat yourself up. I like that he added that at the end. You really can't beat yourself up. Keep moving forward. Control the controllable. Focus on what you can control in trading, such as your emotions, entries, and exit strategy. It's important to remember that you can't control the market, so don't waste energy trying. Instead, concentrate on developing a solid process that works for you. Exactly. You are in direct control. Everyone's always like, oh, the market's never with me. It always moves against me. I always lose. You're in direct control of how much you're putting at risk. So there's no point in blaming anything except yourself. Should you have taken that trade? Why was your entry there? Why did you like it? Why did you not like it? These need to be things that you say out loud to yourself. Keep in mind that if you incorporate input from others into your process, it may affect your control over it. Collaborating with the team or community can be helpful, but it may also make it more difficult to make changes to your process. If you are working with other traders, talk about process and not random trades. If you understand the process, you can execute with this process, getting some control in your situation. Buy BBBY every day is not a process where you have control over your finances. Very, very funny joke at the end there, especially with Bed Bath & Beyond dying recently. A growth mindset. A fixed mindset is one where an individual believes that their abilities and qualities are fixed and cannot be changed. They may be more resistant to learning new things or taking on challenges because they believe they are not capable of improving. In contrast, a growth mindset is characterized by an individual's belief that they can improve and develop their abilities and qualities through effort and learning. This belief allows them to be more open to learning from their mistakes, trying new things, and taking on challenges. In trading, it's important to adopt a growth mindset because the market is constantly changing and evolving. If you have a fixed mindset, you may be more resistant to adapting to these changes or learning from your mistakes, which can ultimately hold you back from achieving success. On the other hand, if you have growth mindset, you will be more open to learning and improving, which can help you better navigate the market and achieve your trading goals. I hope you got something out of this. If you have some, send some feedback on Twitter or directly in the chat below. Love you, Tobias. I love this article. It was so good. God, that was such a good read. And it didn't really take that long. There was just so much information in that. That's what I liked about his first one. It wasn't like there was a billion things to read. It was still a good amount of reading, but it had a lot of really good breakdowns and good kind of non-biased topics and breakdowns. So I like that a lot. Shout out to Tobias. Again, to support him, check out his page. This is at his page. It's also pinned to the top of the chat, so you can go read it on your own today. It's free to check out his Substack. You can also pay for different memberships on it to get different things, but I still really love this. I love his Substack. I love his page. Shout out to Tobias. 56 followers. What a messed up world we live in. You got people with 56K posting stupid information and just straight up gains, no information, and then you got people with 56 followers actually giving you the meat of what you should be focused on. Shout out to Tobias. And we're just still up here on SPY. So great time to read all of that. No, it really does, Freddie. I think I've said it to him before that he needs to change that at. I don't know if it's something he likes or something, but it definitely makes him look like a fake account. Which is probably why he's stuck at like 50 followers. That page, though, should have at least 5K. But yeah, if Tobias, if you're still in here, he's sick right now, so don't beat him up if he isn't. But Tobias, if you're still here, that was a beautiful read, man. Appreciate that. And I can't wait to read the next one. I think he does one a week, plus like side post for people who subscribe. But yeah, really, really cool page. Love that information. There's no chance to find his Twitter handle. That's why we linked it at the top, because I understand it is kind of a pain in the ass to find. But yeah, maybe I'll get Tobias to change it, because I think that would help him out a lot. Plus us, because that's a lot of numbers. But yeah, I'm really happy to incorporate those into the stream once a week. Cool info. %, Sherman. We could be getting a. This could be high of day for all we know. Like Mel said, it's looking for direction. Tobias is moving up 60. Wow, good stuff, guys. We got him, what, like 11 more followers? Good stuff, guys. Thank you for helping me support somebody. That's really my big thing. I've never really wanted to be someone who's famous or popular on my own accord. I really would like a larger audience to support others. It's nice to find people that you think are kind of slept on. You think they have really, really good info, and just nobody sees it. I love shedding light on those kind of things, on those kind of people and that kind of information. It's really cool supporting people. I wish more people were like that too, because then the world would be a much better place. And what was that, like a few minute read? You know, that really didn't take out much time of our day. And we got so much out of it. Yeah, I've had lowering volume ever since we got up to here. You can see how much volume, I mean, average volume's like kind of like up here somewhere in all of these breakouts. And as soon as you get up to this candle, it drops off. So you've actually had very low volume since we got up here. So whoever has an increase in volume is going to take the direction here. Exactly, pretty much jump ball. That's a very good way of putting it. Actually, I'm going to go link that article in chat, too, because that was really cool. New high of day. Let's see if they have enough power to get past this resistance. Getting a pretty good pop here. Volume started to try and step up a little. Let's check out some of these individuals. AMD still under the previous day close. It looks like where they want to go to at least test 6230s. Tesla filled gap, held 109.50, getting another bounce. Looks like they want to try and test previous day high. Apple getting another good push. Let's see if they break a new high of day. And Nvidia still just flying. Nice to see. Amazon smacking that next level. They have a previous day open level slightly above. Netflix, after failing catching, they look like they're trying to increase. See if they go test today's open or not. And Meta testing their today's high still. They've just been kind of slowly pushing up all day since that initial dip. Even Microsoft catching support and try to increase. Good to see. $9% on my account today. Gonna call it quits. First time in here, but watched your vids last night for a couple hours. Wow. I want to thank you for the help. We'll be here Monday. Have a great weekend, bro. You too, Jackal. Very glad to have you, and I'm very happy to hear your first day in here was good. Glad you liked the info, and glad you did well today. Happy for you. I bet the 9 EMA was super helpful today. After that reversal, I almost bet it didn't break under it one single time. Let's see. Yeah, after that reversal, they've held it the entire move up. Very impressive. That's why that's the only indicator I really promote to anybody. It's just so effective. It's so helpful. Semis are green across the board. Good call out, Mike. Well, even with the initial news and the drop, today still ended up being a really, really good day. Even though we're technically still inside of the range on the bigger time frames, it is nice to see us get a little bit of movement, so can't complain. Today had a lot of opportunity in it, especially for the patient ones. Anybody who was patient definitely got some good plays today. And again, just to remind everybody, since we got over 150 likes in today's stream, I will be posting all of my chart links on Sunday. Since we have a full week ahead next week, and then the week after that, we have another 3-day weekend. Thursday is the big day next week. So a lot of early weeks trading is going to be in anticipation of next week, of that Thursday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, probably going to want to try to trade light, try to just scout. But a lot of that trading is going to be in anticipation of that Thursday. So just remember that Thursday is the big day next week. Hey, good stuff, Bugs. All right, Trevor, are you still here? I'm about to go over the SPY bigger time frame again. Just want to make sure Trevor's here since he was asking about it earlier. I did not forget. Hey, what's up, Trevor? All right, so I'm going to jump into it. Are you ready? So it's going to be a little messy because I have this level here, this level here, this level here, and then I highlighted these two. So it's going to be a little messy on the day because this is normally the chart I use for my daily trading, my daily time frame. But the big thing to look out for, and I'm going to talk about both sides. You're never going to see me just talk about one side because there's no point in doing that. Always cover both sides of the story. And right now what you're seeing is a possibility of us going up and filling this gap from right here. There is another gap up here to look out for to the downside. And again, to reiterate, the big area you're kind of looking past is about 390. It's kind of 390s that we're trying to look outside of for the bigger move towards 400s again after that gap fill, so you have a little bit more info past that. To the downside, if we end up losing or we reject, we end up selling off whatever, let's say the worst case happens, the big level to look out for is 373.85. If 373.85 can break, then we have to assume 370.368 wants to be tested, 365, 362, and then 355. So we have a bunch of levels below, a bunch of levels above. It really just kind of depends on being patient, and that's where we get a lot of our kind of smaller, or a lot of our bigger time frame levels are from those. But that's essentially what we're looking at, both to the upside and the downside for the bigger time frame. Which normally I don't use this chart for my day trading kind of signals and me sitting here analyzing. Normally I go over to this chart, but I just wanted to stick to that smaller, to the less levels chart because it kind of gave us. But as you can see though, either one would have worked today. We were basically looking outside of yesterday's range to help us out with some of the price action today. A lot of the better moves happened after we broke 384s, which is also kind of what we're looking at on this chart. 384s, the exact same thing. But that's kind of my thinking on it, going up or down regardless of what we're looking at. Remember, Thursday is the next big day. A lot of trading Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be in anticipation of that day. And a lot of the stronger sectors today were a lot of the defensive sectors. Tech did pick it up, and they're up very nice now. But a lot of the initial hold and moving higher sectors were all defensive sectors. So that's one thing to kind of take away from today. But still, nice overall, like somebody just said, broad market push. It's good to see everything moving together. Awesome. Snowboarding. Cool. Yeah, AMD is lagging. That would be one of the ones that are slightly lagging. Go snowboarding, go quickly realize your physical health is way worse than your mental. Yeah, I bet snowboarding would be some good clarity for a lot of us. Well, guys, with the breakdown on SPY on the smaller and the bigger time frames, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream there. Big thing to look out for is, are we going to fill this gap or are we going to reject, and you're going to see us stick into this today's range. So that's a big thing to look out for. We just broke down what's happening on the bigger time frames as well. And I hope a lot of you have a really good rest of your day. I'm going to go post my NVIDIA trade review in the Discord. And then, yeah, and the links, of course. I always try to post the links right after I end streaming. But I will see you guys on Monday. Sunday, though, be on the lookout for a lot of my links. I am going to be sending out all of the chart links. I'm mainly going to do just the main ones we always cover every day, every week. I'll do SPY. I'll do all of the different tickers I like to do a lot. We'll do the bigger time frame for SPY, and then everything else will have the smaller time frame links. So if you want to have the exact same levels as me going into next week, you can look out for that on Sunday. I'll try to post it. A lot of the time, I'm pretty early up on Sunday, so you'll probably see me post it around noon or right after noon or even before noon. So around lunchtime, you'll see me post all of those links on Sunday. So I'll see you guys later on. Hope you guys have a great weekend. If you guys have anything, feel free to jump into the Discord and drop your information or drop whatever you're talking about or anything you want to give off, really. But I hope all of you have a great rest of your day. And again, guys, thank you for the amount of support we get for the streams, the Twitter, the meme page on Instagram, the Discord. I really do appreciate a lot of the information, a lot of the support too. But I'll see you guys later on. Have a great rest of your day.